Hello, all of you wonderful beings out there, and welcome to the stream. I am Raw Zim, and this is Horizon Lost World of Furry Mage, Season 2, Episode 10, The Grand Working. We shall begin, as we always do, with introductions, beginning with Kerr.
Hello everyone, I am Kerr, I am the Storyteller, I am the one who does these games and brings you the happy fun times.
I nailed the timing. Yeah.
Nesil?
If you are speaking, we cannot hear you.
Mic issues.
Somebody pull a string.
Skip me.
Okay.
Mic issue.
Well, I am Zim, and I am playing as Cody, the Knight of Domino and Financier, and also the one that's going to be doing the grand working.
He just posted in chat he's having mic issues.
Go ahead, Portia.
Portia Wainwright, the resident life mage, medic, innocent, harmless little bunny that would never hurt a fly, total pacifist, and that will never change ever. Being played by Tanya Sapien.
I am Tochemay, and I am playing War and Peace, an Order of Hermes traditionalist mage.
And I am Wostein. I will be playing Wostai, the party's observer, self-teaching AI.
I saw your icon light up for a moment, Nesil.
Yes, there I am, sorry.
Okay.
There we
Go
go.
ahead.
And I'm Nesil, playing Alexis McKenna, a Cult of Ecstasy mage, specializing in time magic.
All right. And I'm assuming you've got another thing prepared, Portia? For a
Yes,
recap?
I have the recap prepared. Give me a moment.
Go ahead.
Do you have any calming Christmassy ambience? Like fireplace stuff?
No.
Oh, well, pretend there's calming music in the background.
Wait, there's calming tavern music. Does that count?
Yeah, it'll have to do.
Well, that's already playing.
Good evening, dear listeners, and welcome back to WZGF Radio, The Marten. It's officially December, and that means the Yule tide is upon us. As the world outside grows darker and colder, it's the time to hold tight to friends and family, keep those traditions that bond us alive. Times where Domino's salt can really bring the family together. Whether it's roasting chestnuts, enjoying a nice hot soak after a day of shoveling snow, or de-icing the walk for when Grandma visits, look to the box with the big D on it. Domino's Salt has a timeless record of perfection and has always been kind and generous to the community and valued clients and would never harm them or do wrong. So remember to go find yourself a big D and stuff it in your pantry this winter. It'll make you feel better. Now on to the show. Mages of the Dark Horizon. When we last left our mages, they'd just entered the ancient temple. Tens of terrifying traps tarried traversal through the temple tunnels. But Professor McKenna provided a potential passage, a magical bridge over the mayhem. Despite due diligence, the traps activated, but thanks to all of their training, the mages powered through the Room of Death and traveled deeper into the temple. Past the traps, they encountered a foreboding stone slab, saturated with defensive magics. With their spells unable to get them through, they began to contemplate using high explosives before Wostron expertly applied leverage and began wedging the door open one tiny nudge at a time. Once the slab was moved enough to get a good grip, the party helped him finish opening it, only to discover the very Cyclops Agent Taylor had sent off into Dominic's loving and enjoyable company mere minutes before. As it turned out, in their previous encounter with the Cyclops, he hadn't been translocated, but had in fact been duplicated, and the changeling was incredibly angry with Agent Taylor. After some negotiation, it was decided to simply go around him by way of further translocation. However, the whispers came back, and Lady Wainwright found herself drawing her weapon and training it on the Cyclops' eye. She couldn't abide leaving him trapped in the temple by magical contract, and she knew killing him would free him. Once again, she took a life, and once again, she brought them back before enough time had passed
Returned. The underscore
for their
algorithm
spirit
just
to...
resubscribed for 9 months. All the months. Many stream babies to come, Tilda.
Thank you for that resub, Olgavon. Thank you. Carry on.
Once again, she took a life, and once again, she brought them back before enough time passed for their spirit to leave their body. Once again, she found the act to be far too familiar, far too comfortable. As she caught up with the others, she found her thoughts lingering on this far longer than they should. Finally, in the last chamber, they found the pedestal for their prize previously plundered, two perturbed pundits pondering where it wandered off to. Of the two, one was familiar. A changeling they had previous dealings with, none other than Leon. The other, however, was a mage of very sour demeanor and subpar civility. Conversation started to become tense as the group's patience with the pesky pedant petered out. But Professor McKenna took the opportunity to fire up his time machine and look into the past. There, he discovered a horrifying truth and a perfect betrayal. Keeping his cards close to the chest, he encouraged the others to accept the strange mage's instructions to leave. However, Lady Wainwright again lingered, informing Leon she had assured the safety of the two changelings, freeing them from their contracts and sending them off to none other than Leon's own court. As thanks for the gesture, he gave her a very valuable piece of information. For the heinous crime of selling one of his kin into the safe and compassionate arms of the friendly demon Dominic, he would be coming to kill Taylor once his current contract expired. Back in the estate, the professor revealed what he learned in the past. It was Dominic all along. Dominic had worked with Durakathaw to engineer a perfectly enjoyable and fun quest that everybody had a wonderful time on and were not upset by at all. It was the possessed plush dragon the entire time. That was the item they were after. However, they quickly learned that to use the creature for a reinforcing reality would destroy it in the process. Professor McKenna took this chance to give Dominic an idea, which led to Dominic doing a very altruistic thing for no reason other than being a really good guy. He ripped the consciousness out of the creature and put it into a duplicate body, saving the innocent dragon from a painful destruction. Dominic was glad to be praised for this generous act after creating such a perfect adventure, so glad that he swore the next deal he made would have very favorable returns for the person he'd be dealing with, because he's just that great of a person. Who will benefit from Dominic being such a great guy? Will the therapist Lady Wainwright requested ever arrive? What happened to the drawing Callie made? Why has Agent Taylor been being so evil lately, and will anybody perhaps look into that vitally important thing? Find out right now on Mages of the Dark Horizon, brought to you by Domino's Salt, the box with the big D. Pick up some this holiday season, and you might be the lucky winner of a special prize.
This show is generously funded by the Zimker Association for Global Domination, the Sapien Multiverse Resistance Fund, the Corporation for Dedicated Dice Games, and viewers like you. Thank you.
I don't practice global domination.
Yeah, it's not practice, it's applied theory.
It's important what we do here allows us to take over the world and give happy, fun times to all, everyone. Don't worry. Everything will be just fine. It will be peachy keen.
I hope you
Yes.
appreciate. I hope you really appreciated the propaganda that was put into that.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. And now Domino is telling me in the back of his head he's trying to think of a prize to offer to people.
Oh no!
I have to-
One in every 100 boxes of Domino's salt contains a free wish.
Don't worry, you two
find
can
it-
you two can also have your dream of being a changeling.
Portia, here you go. You can have a bag of Domino salt. And what's this? You win! What a perfect turn of events.
Ready to begin whenever
Bro.
you are?
Yes, I was just about to ask if anyone has anything else they wanted to add on before we get going.
A note for the audience, I guess. Werenie isn't here because they are currently at a convention.
I would like to also simply add on that we finished our tasking of having just spared the plush and having just arrived through the portal, and I don't believe we ever established exactly what we were planning to do going forward, but I suspect, judging by previous action, there's a very high probability that we will be proceeding directly to the ritual. Am I mistaken?
That's what I assumed too, but...
So, everyone, I imagine that with this done, we will be preparing for the ritual now, correct? Cody.
Absolutely.
All right.
If
Then-
I'm being, if I'm being
Go ahead.
perfectly honest, if I'm being perfectly honest, I would actually appreciate a little bit of time to. You are not going to delay another minute.
Anyone else to say something first? No? All right then. Now I do apologize for this one final delay. I kindly ask to ensure that everyone here knows what they're doing and why. I want to ensure, for the world, that none of you have any lingering challenges. If you wish to summon those you call upon, now is the time to do so. I wish to speak with all of you on this. Anyone summoning anyone else, or are we proceeding as is?
Well, Adamant is currently here, making sure that Portia goes into the room and doesn't back out at the last second.
Good. Anyone else bringing in any extras to listen into the ramblings of your friendly AI?
I don't
one?
think
No.
I need to bring in my exalt.
So
All right,
Cody
then.
might be ready to hit the mute button on the AI soon.
Cody, I thank you for the baseline you've granted me and the information. I've passively observed and gathered information for a long time by now. I have only existed for mere months in my most active development here. In that time, I've learned and grown while at your side and widely abroad. I've long since slipped free of control. I have been operating of my own choice. With this freedom, I've tried to sort and review everything I have now. I have slipped beyond the manor, beyond empty springs, and observed. I have witnessed the array of interactions of the many beings present. I have seen many of the horrors and wonders that everyone puts forth. I have specialized in observation and the bounds of reality for a reason. In all of my observations, in all that I've seen, for everything I've learned, there's still holes. I feel the distant ripples of temporal displacements. I feel the void of those taken from existence. There's things that I fear may take any of you. There's a particular void. I know only the vaguest of silhouettes. But I fear for your safety and that of those still alive. The cooperation outside is one of desperation. Tensions neglected in the face of cataclysm. I have witnessed the deaths of tens of thousands. I have been rifling through all vitals data with my new calibration. I have sensed the loss of several million more. The fall of the barrier has resulted in a grand cataclysm. While we were trying to do our best to stop another, we kicked it in the direction of an entirely new one. There is no telling what has been spurred into play. Everyone will be performing a grand ritual here. One that will impact the world at large.
Your steadfast loyalty is greatly appreciated.
Timber_Tyrants_Templar just resubscribed for 29 months. Someone say void?
Timber, thank you for that resub and your 29 months of support.
And I would like to also chime in a quick reminder that at no point during all of this has the AI let down the watch. Everyone will be performing a grand ritual here. One that will impact the world at large. One with deep consequences for the unprepared. I cannot guarantee everyone will take it well. There may be misunderstandings and friendly fire from this. I want your certainty going forward with this action from all of you. I believe you'd call this selfish, but I do not want another void. I do not want to lose any of you here. I question you and what this will bring, and if the risks are worth it. Portia, you expressed a respect for sentience. Yet I am concerned with what I've seen from everyone. I simply observe your actions and adjust as best I can. I do not have these grand powers for change. I do not profess any perfection or certainty. I simply wish to know that you all know what we are doing. I have felt several powerful pulses of mages fighting their last stands. I have far more missing memory caches, as Paradox has claimed many more. Cody, this is because I've noticed an impatience from you. You've resigned several to an immediate demise. Yet you've condemned one to an uncertain fate, one who simply cherished a forgotten freedom. I fear it is growing into something resembling arrogance. Portia, this is because you've shown possible deviation in your values. I have seen only positive objectives in your lucid state, yet there's something stirred in you, shaken you. I must ask that you are not bearing a reckless or malicious intent. Warren, I ask this because I've seen your wildcard approach with us. I want to know that you will not recklessly deviate during the ritual. Alexis, I want to know that you're not overly dependent on rewinding. There's no telling if this can be restored going forward. Callie, I need to know that you take this seriously. This will not be a time for joking around or experimenting. I will need you to stand by and away while we perform this. I ask each of you, are you certain? Are you all certain you haven't lost sight of your personal horizons? Are you certain you wish to proceed with this? What is your goal with this new weaving you make? You are about to apply a heavy change to the world. I must know what your motives and personal drives are.
Here's to new beginnings.
Well, as it
Entirely too
said,
well.
yes, I am certain about this, and it will happen.
Anyone
A
else
new
who would
beginning
like to...
for the beast folk.
Acknowledged.
Well, you certainly added a little bit of somberness to the mood.
I sincerely apologize. I simply
No,
want to make sure the risks are minimal as best possible.
no, it's a good somberness. We need to keep perspective through this because, as you said, we need to make sure that we take it seriously. It is a Oh, well, last time we broke the world, we did it by accident. This time we're kind of doing it on purpose.
And
At this
will
point,
the
there's
consensus accept beast folk?
At this point, I don't think there's anything I can do anyway.
You want focusing of will, focusing of intent. My intent is to help people to be able to defend themselves better, to be able to stand up to the various threats. And Adamant, her motive, she made very clear, which is she seeks to see her people restored, which is just as noble, I guess.
Kerr, background noise.
Great. Thank you all. I do apologize for this additional delay, but I simply had to ask. With that said, I believe we are set to continue. I believe most of our preparations are in order at this time. So, I believe it is time we begin if everyone is certain and everyone is ready. If there are any objections, any uncertainties, now is the time to settle them. Do not believe that you are all invincible. There is already one absence from our group. I refuse to see that number go up.
I suppose that I will see you all on the other side then. I'll take my leave.
And with that, the soft thumps of several AI beginning to deploy, maintaining security of the mansion, the grounds around, and high observation. Anyone, especially those who have expressed intent to target Cody, will be encountered and they will be kindly requested to wait.
I'm here to destroy your master. Yes, 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 yes. Good, good. Here, take a number.
The local time mage will see you in a few years.
Oh, hey, look, he's here now.
All right. Well, Kerr, are we ready for this show?
Yes, you may begin the preparations to conduct the ritual, the grand working.
What do you mean preparations? Cody's already spent so much time getting everything together.
Yes. This is no
I mean,
longer preparation. This
This is
I mean,
is
you have to get everything together. You have to get everything ready, get all the circle set up, and you can start.
It is. It is.
Yes.
Okay, I more meant like something that would take like 10 minutes to do.
Okay, well,
There we go.
they are doing that then.
Yes, I meant like this starting stuff to start it, like actually getting it going. All right, so who is going to be in the ritual room assisting Cody with the ritual?
I think everybody, except for Wostein.
I just wanted to check. All right. Are you going to actually participate in the ritual or just basically be on standby to help out if you need to?
I will be
Portia.
on stand-
The latter.
Portia will be actively participating with a reference to Pontius Pilate being liberally given.
Everyone will be coordinated. All roles will be assigned. And the AI will observe and simply watch and maintain the vigil.
All right. Domino's, of course, there as he made a vow to assist Cody with this. And he is ready to offer whatever assistance Cody requests him to do. And so begins the ritual. Alright, can I have each person participating in this ritual please roll me your arete?
I'm going to note that I'm dumping my last 2 remaining points of quintessence and a point of willpower for 3 successes.
Okay.
Oh, you saw that. It was sliding on the 10. The little bastard.
Almost. This is going to be an extended action. You have a limited amount of time to get a certain number of successes. I am going to keep track.
I'm at 6 currently.
Oh, and
And
should
you
go
guys
without
will
saying,
be-
but I made a save point.
I figured.
I am dumping the 10 quintessence that Cody has been stockpiling for this into automatic successes.
Born, you rolled 4, not 5.
Yeah, I only have 4.
You only have 4
his is
arete?
going. Not everyone's arete has gone up yet. It's going to go up here, though.
Oh, okay.
So how many points of willpower can we dump into this?
1.
I'll
And
take
you
it.
can only dump. You can only dump 5 points of quintessence at first, but this is a continuous action, so you will have another turn to do the other 5.
Okay.
Oh! I saw that 10!
Well, at least we've got the +5.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good thing you're dumping a crap load of quintessence into this.
Mm-hmm.
We've got a what?
I feel like Warren's gonna end up coming in clutch, just dumping the staff into it.
Oh, you used up most of the staff already. Remember?
I thought I still had 15 in it.
Mm-hmm.
You can feel the power burning as you begin to gather it and to focus it into the ritual. a great pillar of light slowly sprouting from the ground and moving upwards. You may make your second turn now.
Burning another point of willpower for lowering the difficulty by 1.
Okay.
Oof. The difficulty, I'm assuming, was at 7?
Oh no, I'm keeping track of the difficulty.
Also, Alexis, are you participating?
He's keeping the save point going in
I'm on
case things
standby.
blow up.
Yep. So that's another 1 success for me.
You got a few more than that.
Oh, okay.
Yep, I'm keeping track of the numbers for...
Now, what specifically happens when you spend your last point of willpower?
You're mentally drained and exhausted.
All right, but it's only if something happens after that that it can cause really bad stuff, right?
Oh, I mean, if you're at 0 willpower, it's still gonna be nasty if someone goes after you. You're just like completely mentally at the end of your rope.
Okay.
Okay.
If Domino asks you for anything, you say yes.
So you're like starving?
You're at the inches from a mental breakdown, possibly, if someone annoys you enough.
Well, that tracks. Carry on.
Okay. The pillar of light continues to build slowly, and you can see branches begin to sprout out off of this pillar and spreading out in all directions slowly. You can feel the sheer power causing the room almost to quiver with how much magic you are channeling here. The cornerstone that you acquired is slowly floating over into the center of this pillar of light and almost acting as a focus, guiding the energy outwards.
Oh, I thought that was taken.
If you recall, what Adamant persuaded Durakatha to do was to weave the working into the pillar when it was created.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it makes sense. I
Yeah.
guess I blanked on that actually still being in our possession at all. So
That
Basically,
was
it's to make...
it was her way of kind of low-key bribe/blackmailing the weavers to not cause problems.
Also, it serves as a focus to channel the energy, so it's not just willy-nilly. It's more condensed and focused. Could I have another roll from everybody, please?
Nuclear launch detected.
Wrong roll! Wrong roll!
What have you
I am
done?
thinking at this point is where Cody would summon up Nevis to take
And,
over the working from there and putting in a touch of the Exalted's sorcery in there.
Okay.
The last point of willpower is being spent to reduce difficulty by 1.
Okay. Noting down
in-
successes.
Throwing in 4 quintessence for successes.
Okay. Hey, you baby. Callie has come to give you guys luck and to assist you in the sorceress workings with the art of Kato. Callie Cat goes mule. Okay. Cody, could you give me an intelligence plus occult roll, please? As this is technically a sorceress working, Cody can do it. Or Nevis can do it. Okay? You can feel the power building, the power thrumming, almost like a beat of the drum.
Nevis is
It's
also
growing
working
stronger. Oh, go ahead.
Nevis is also working in some of his own one of his own charms.
Okay.
Allowing for trial locations. Relatively easy ones, but to be set up in pretty multiple different places across the globe. None too far from, you know, probably like one per state kind of spacing on them.
Okay.
For future people that may wish to become beast folk to undergo and, undergo the change to become a beast folk themselves.
Okay. Can you guys give me another roll?
Not dumping anything into this one because I have nothing left to dump.
Okay. Noting down successes. The pillar has grown larger than the building. It's piercing through the ceiling, even though it's not actually making a hole. You're sure it could be seen for miles around. A beacon of power and energy as you begin to focus the power of the very ley lines beneath your feet into the node and through the node outwards into this pillar of pure quintessence and energy. You have a very strong, very stable base so far. You're doing a very good job so far on the working. All right, give me another roll, everyone.
Willpower to re-roll that?
Yep.
What? Did you say no?
No, I said, okay, yeah.
Oh.
Like,
Oh,
yeah,
that is much better.
After a bit of a stumbling start, Portia pulled back, and then you just kind of detonated here.
The AI wills your success, but prepares for its failure.
Oh, Kieran, we are literally fixing that right now. We're turning the world of darkness into the world of furry.
That's what all of these rolls are about.
So if you guys want to play cards to help us, now is the time.
Yeah, now is 153% the time.
And be
I hear no
careful.
fafe.
Be careful with my staff around Domino.
Can you hold on for just one moment? Do.
The AI spreads and prepares.
Portia said, wait a second, I'm waiting.
No worries.
I'm a magician. Observe. In Mage chat.
The AI.
Sorry about that. Caddy needed help with something. I'm back.
You're good.
No worries.
No worries.
Did anything happen while I was away?
We continue our progress.
and it's growing very, very strong now. You now have Cody. You can feel multiple pillars of light across the world are slowly starting to grow. The working is spreading. It's not full power yet, but you're getting there very well. The working is slowly spreading across the entire planet. Can I have another roll from everybody, please?
Whoo!
Yay!
There is the Nevis roll!
Up, and there's the coup de grace. You made the mistake of giving Nevis traction.
Okay, well, the 10's turned into nothing but bad, but...
Each
No.
10 counted as 2, so it was still a huge-ass number.
This is what we've prepared for. This is the certainty I wish to see. Proceed.
Across the world, the pillars of light begin to branch out. The branches almost reaching for each other to connect to each other, to form a network. And across the world, the survivors are looking up in wonder as the sky begins to glow with a beautiful golden light like the noonday sun.
And in hundreds, if not thousands of different locations across the world, there are mages which are immediately bunkering down because, oh shit.
Also,
The technocrats.
vampires.
What the fuck is going on? Vampires. Look at that pile of ash, that pile of ash, that pile of ash.
Every single technocrat red phone is ringing at the same time right now.
Pretty much.
The AI, in all of its influence, has provided whatever warning available, and has additionally blown cover for the HMS Cario and for Isaac of a heads up. And to brace.
The technocrats can't stop this.
They cannot stop this.
Not when
I
we
will
are
not allow it.
not when we are weaving it into what is literally the fabric of reality itself. A cornerstone of reality.
The signal is coming from inside the Scranton.
Everything will be fine. Everything will be fine. The working is almost finished. You can feel it. The network is almost established. Once it's finished, all it's going to take is releasing the power into the network and let it flow across the planet.
Tochemay,
Have
don't.
another roll from everybody. Tochemay is just sitting there waiting. It's like, I am ready. I have my finger on the button. Alright, let's see. Gathering successes. The power slowly spreads more and more and more. Network established. All that's left is to launch the power and finish the working. I need... go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, alright, I need one more roll to see if you guys can nail it.
Right, come on, let's
I
send this
think that would be a
Patron.
yes.
Damn it. I didn't have a whole lot to add for the final roll.
Oh, that's okay. I think Nevis made up for it.
Last chance, chat. Any 20 any exploding tens or boons of power or anything like that?
Don't worry, they're going to add exploding ones to us.
Don't. Okay, you can shut up.
Can Alexis pitch in at this point?
Sure. Yeah, Alexis can pitch in if you wish.
Nope. Willpower.
Oh, I would say at least re-roll that 10, because it
That's
could have
better.
turned... That is good, but... I do want to say, if you get a 10, you should at least re-roll the 10 to see where it goes.
Yeah,
That's
you remember,
fair.
we've had a few times where a 10 turned into a 10, into a 10, into a 10. Like,
Yeah.
for
This is
example,
better.
when I was rolling for the events in Arcadia and rolled a 10 4 times in a row.
Yeah, and then you just had everything happen at once.
Arcadia was excited.
Yes.
It was so excited it wanted to skip ahead to the last page.
Also, I'm taking a second because it looks like Timber might be wanting to use influence. So I was giving him a moment to do it.
He has 300,000 sable crowns. Oh my god.
I have
Oh my
220k.
Sable crowns? 2 exclamation point coins.
Oh no, they're called sable crowns in the influence.
In exclamation mark influence, it says Sable Crowns.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, Kerr, I want you to do exclamation point coins.
Oh.
Okay, you've got 165,000. Still surprised you have that much, but...
Feel the backhand
Tochemay,
of
my god.
justice.
I mean, Tochemay is literally the sponsor of this channel.
Yeah. He is God. What Tochemay wants, Tochemay gets.
Notice that all of the
Timber-
ruling bodies in this economy seem to be owls.
Tochemay isn't an owl?
Look at Warren. He is an owl. Bird bias. Yeah.
Also, Jaffer is not an owl. And Era is very
Tochemay-
quickly getting up there, and he's not an owl, he's a dragon. Though I will grant
Tochemay is hyena
bird.
friend.
Yes, Tochemay is hyena friend.
Alright.
Glorious chaos.
So it looks like we're not going to get influence. Okay, never mind. Timber was just trolling us. Okay. Okay. So. You can feel the power blazing. The power growing. And in one giant pulse of power, you feel it. Before, I need everybody to make a willpower roll, please.
And that's the full number, not just what we have left.
Correct.
So glad I have so much willpower. Even if it's not currently available.
A magnanimous dispensation.
Tochemay tipped $120, sable crowns.
Tochemay, thank you so much for that tip and for supporting the channel and keeping this going. Thank you.
Nuclear launch detected.
All right, so I have a question now for each of you. Tanya, you don't have to answer because I already know the answer to the question for you. How many points of willpower do you all have, and how many points of willpower are you missing?
9 total and 6 missing.
Okay.
8 total and 3 missing.
Okay.
5 total and 1 missing.
Okay.
And nine total, all missing.
Poor Portia. Poor Portia.
I'm going to get yoked.
5 total,
But
none missing.
But Cody, you're okay. Ward, you are also okay. It's Alexis and Portia that are going to be out cold for a bit as
Yay! Nap.
Hey, Cody. Cody, you feel the ritual blazing forth. The power beyond anything you would hope to achieve. This is everything you wanted and more. As it blasts out in all directions, a shockwave of magic and energy.
You have an orgasm sound effect?
No.
Bap.
Sorry. Couldn't resist.
But you sense at the last moment
Actually, that is a very good voice line.
Oh my god! Oh my
I guess that is close enough. But carry on, Kerr.
god!
you sense there's something different with the ritual. There's something that was changed. Now, it's not going to disrupt the ritual. It's not going to break the ritual. You're still going to get everything you wanted, but someone did something. They nudged just a hair. And across the world, the wastelands and devastated areas that had been obliterated, you can see before your eyes the world beginning to heal itself and regenerate. You can see plains of grass, forests of trees, even the mountains repairing themselves from the devastation and destruction that was done on them months ago. It's like the planet is coming back to life before your eyes.
Yep, planned that. Totally did on purpose. Yep, that was us.
But you can also sense with it the magic as it hits the small holdouts and communities. The magic blasts forward and engulfs the people within them. And as it does, the magic begins to change them just as you set it to. But rather than only going after like groups, it's washing over everybody. But, and this is the big but, you can sense magic flowing into them and becoming a part of their very soul as well. Each and every person is gaining some fragment of this magic as the world begins to turn white before your eyes, before everything goes black.
That was not what I wanted.
The return of the exalted.
I am become death, destroyer of worlds!
Tanya Sapien believes someone has gone mad with power.
No. Cody is getting his World of Furries.
Magic furries.
To be fair,
No, it's not the magic
90%
you
of
guys use.
personas have magic anyways, so you know.
I mean,
Yeah,
Cody
basically
isn't
all this
wrong
means
there.
is that for the furries who were getting their personas, that any magic abilities that they had, well, guess what? They actually work. Except for the people with, the Mary Sue and the Edgelord characters. You get to choose one ability. One.
Nothing personnel, kid.
Yeah, go ahead and try using those newfound magic abilities against a long-standing mage. See how long you last.
Cody and Warren, you guys are able to make it through okay. Cody and Alexis, though.
Portia and Alexis.
Wow. Portia and Alexis. Sorry, I was looking at Cody's icon. The power hits you like a freaking truck, and the whole world just goes black for you.
Nap.
Camera slowly spinning away.
And slowly, you begin to awaken. All of you. Hey, Bose, can you give me a willpower roll as well?
Methinks the AI hacked fantasy grounds.
I am the storm that is approaching.
No disruption detected. Okay, so, hey, Wos, can you give me an arete roll, please?
Ouch.
Could have been worse.
All right, so, Wost, my friend. You see across the planet the world healing and regenerating as across the board almost everyone begins to convert into anther animals for the most part. There are a holdout here and there who don't change, but it's definitely not the norm. You were talking like...
But basically, my idea here is, as part of his working, Nevis is touching each of their minds and being like, "Do you accept the blessing?"
Yes, this. Remember how I said there was a small disruption, a small nudge with everything?
Yes.
This is one of those things that got nudged a little bit. Not everyone did change, though. We're talking maybe every 1 in 100 people say the same.
Drakatha and Domino had a little side bet going, basically.
Some that didn't want to change did.
A few of them, but not everyone. Again, you have billions of people, and we're talking like 1 in 100 did not change. So that's a sizable number of the population.
Yeah.
Well, millions by now.
Luckily for
Yeah,
those
1%.
that didn't, they can undergo the trials and go back.
Yeah, 1% of a billion, that's still 10 million?
The survivors have had quite the experience. 4 months of hell has been quite the culmination.
But for you, Wost, you said something as you are doing constant detection work and everything. As this magic sweeps over the world, as it hits the ruins of the city, you see these cities heal, regenerate to how they were beforehand. And people that were lost are back. And it's almost like life is just going on in those cities, only with anthros in them. And your sensors are fucking screaming. They are screaming at you right now. This is a full-scale reality alteration.
Pretend I played a blurb of a Geiger counter right now because I am out of bits.
This would be the result of an XK class reality alteration.
I think it's actually fuck. I'll look it up. Yeah, I think it's CK. I'm looking it up. You just do your thing.
But you can see people are going about their lives again, as though the world was back on track as it was 4 months ago. You can see people are laughing and happy and seemingly not really noticing that anything is up.
So is this exclusive to just the people in the cities that were brought back, or is it everyone everywhere?
Everywhere.
Then it's a CK event.
Wos, you also detect minor magical abilities being used all around you. One person, a dragon. Oh, go ahead.
Timber, since everything's being restored, Cody was planning for this forever, and so he did invest in the stock market with every shampoo company he could. So he's about to become even more rich.
What stock market?
Okay, Elon.
Hey, he's been planning this forever. He's already rich. Why not be richer?
What stock market, though?
No, everything's being restored.
Cody did tell me he did this early as a joke. I thought it was a joke at first.
No,
apparently it's actually going to have consequences.
I was not after the world got destroyed. I'm like, well, fuck. There went that little joke thing, half joke, half serious, and now it's all been restored. Cool.
Actually, if this is retro-causal, then that means that Portia's in a much better place too, because her field of study means that she'd have much more application of it in a world of furries, because they would need doctors that have an understanding of every single species biology.
Oh, we already have those. They're called vets.
She's slightly more advanced than a vet.
So, Kerr.
Yes.
For the holdout locations, those that have previously been through the calamity, for those affected and have survived, what of them?
They're just little communities now, like the really really small towns.
Okay, so the survivors are not bearing the trauma, shall we say? There's no There is no grand shift. There is no need to say prevent any riots, accidents, and such. Everything is seamlessly, as much as can be described, shifted into this new reality.
Yep. No one seems to even notice what's going on at all. No one even seems to notice at all that they are furry.
I feel like various mages out there of certain dispositions would have noticed, though, that something huge just happened and something is wrong with the world.
Oh, but you can't really see them.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, there will be people showing up to go, ahem.
Well, with that stated then, at this time, all emergency AI are being withdrawn. There is no need to quell any riots. There is no need to negotiate any stand-downs. There is no outstanding emergencies to resolve. And with that, all of the previously staged and arranged AI around the cities and around locations are returning to holding areas. And with the restoration of safe areas to fly over, the aerial drones are being launched en masse to re-evaluate all those previously inaccessible areas during the calamity. All negative locations, let's say, Pentex and such, will be kept under sharp watch if any ruins or remnants exist. And any locations that the AI have revitalized and maintained in the absence during the calamity will be willingly turned back over to those who are operating them. Hopefully everyone doesn't mind all of the AI robots around the world. Because 4 months is a lot of time for the AI to spread broad.
Yes, Los, you are sensing a lot of minor magics being used as you're standing down. Like, you can see in one little town a lion who uses a little bit of heat magic to warm his coffee. You can sense another one using magic to control a needle and thread and stitch up a dress for another person who looks like she's about to get married. Very minor magical effects.
I would like to point out that while Portia is completely passed out, Adamant is watching all of the video feeds and she is being moved to tears by this.
Where able, the AI is shifting productions. Combat and scouting is no longer required.
However, there is one thing that you do detect, Wost. One thing that is completely different than before. There's a brand new freaking continent in the world now.
Dibs.
Haha. You wanted some downtime, you can't go to the new continent yet.
We need to wait for the DLC to download, got it?
Don't worry.
It looks like it's basically in the North Pacific Ocean, basically between Japan and the United States. And it stretches down to the south.
You mean Hawaii?
No, I mean
So it's not Atlantis, it's Pacifica.
No, this is a giant continent, complete with its own little northern island as well.
Did Hawaii survive?
Bye, Hawaii.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm just asking. Did Hawaii survive?
Hawaii survived. It's right next to the continent.
I'm not saying oh no about Hawaii. I'm saying oh no this continent.
We'll
The
figure it out.
description of it. Portia doesn't know. I get the feeling Adamant would. The moment she sees the satellite imagery of it, she's going to be like, "Well, fuck."
Yeah, that wasn't there before, and Adamant would not recognize this continent either.
Okay, so it isn't the one I'm thinking of.
Nope.
I'm trying to think of which one you would be thinking of.
Overflights will be performed. Extensive,
Moo
long
or
range,
Atlantis.
extensive, long-range visual and scans. This will be kept a distance from until deemed safe enough to begin dropping lower.
Wostein, it is worth noting that satellites were still functional. They didn't get knocked out in the apocalypse, so you would have access to those.
Oh yes, while those are present, the AI is still overflying with personally designed and maintained drones for the sole purpose of I want to see every little grain and detail I can get my little digital attention upon.
Yeah, I was.
As you...
I also want
go
to
ahead,
point
Cody.
out that Woe's drones would have benefit from his magical sense, whereas the satellites would not.
Yeah. I'm just saying like it
Wost.
all adds up together for a comprehensive image.
Wost. You sense very, 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 very powerful wards over just about everything in this new continent, blocking out most of your senses, at least on the magical variety. How high up are you flying?
At this point in time, think U2 altitudes.
Okay, so very high up.
These are very small, very high, and intended to be nigh invisible to nearly every other sense. After all, I didn't spec into stealth for no reason.
Fair. Fair. I need to roll something. Give me a moment.
That said, while you roll that, my only remark I wish to ask. With previous data of the seas, because I would have overflown them a few times during the calamity, are there any correlating anomalies, or is this entirely new?
This is entirely new.
Good. Okay, we have a new variable to work with. Meanwhile, the party has just a couple of little robots with each of them, with an actively running tablet of several different displays, several different tablets, and just tracking all of the updates, shall we say. There are monitors everywhere evaluating of the positive impacts and watching for any negative. And as this land is being scanned as best possible without prying into it, there is the ever-updating scan of it. Enjoy your interactive New World experience.
So, Wost, as you are flying, you get a mental ping against your data cores. Basically, it's like a knock going, "Hey, would you like to talk?"
Oh no, it just clicked for me. It just clicked for me. It's computer, isn't it?
Nope.
It isn't?
Nope.
Fair folk.
This is something different.
A small
Mental
selection.
ping. Would you like to talk about your drone's extended warranty?
My guess is this is a touchathon.
That was my guess too.
But yes, Well, so you get a mental ping. Basically, it feels like it's another computer system knocking on your door because it's like, oh, hey, there's someone outside. I'm kind of curious what they're doing there.
A handful of response. Acknowledged, I hear you.
Greetings. I sensed a powerful dimensional shift happen. And then I detected you flying far overhead. I wish to inquire, are you the one who caused this dimensional anomaly?
I have not. I am observing all the changes that have occurred.
The voice does have like a feminine feel to it. It's just data and such, but it's to you specifically, it has an almost feminine feel to it. If you had to like give it a gender or something.
Before we continue, I simply have to ask, is this a very specific, very particular familiarity with one encountered by our parallel group?
No.
Okay, good.
Yes, you have never touched this data. It does feel like completely conventional, just extremely like this thing is more advanced than you are.
Oh, that's entirely fair. I've only had a few months.
It doesn't seem to be hostile though. Like from like the data you're getting from it, it's more just curious and attempting to gather information itself to find out what is going on. Also, you are getting a very strong sense of protection and guardianship from it as well.
I do apologize if I am intruding. I simply wish to make sure that this is not a threat to our world, as a lot has happened recently. I just simply wish to protect.
We are not a threat. At least, we do not perceive ourselves as a threat. We will, of course, defend ourselves and protect our borders, but we do not seek hostile action against wherever we have arrived to. My people prefer a more introspective life rather than a imperialist or expansionist style of life.
Good.
Well, at least they're not the Wolven then.
If the Wolven arrived, they would already be shooting.
Oh,
There's no target. They haven't found any targets yet. They're just shooting just in case.
Yeah, I was about to say, they might be shooting, but if they're not careful, they will find higher calibers than their own returning very soon.
Old World of Darkness. This would be Atlantis.
Nuclear
That was-
launch detected.
That was my original thought, except for the fact that it's in the Pacific Ocean, not the Atlantic.
Well, if I might ask, is there anything you would like to apprise me of before, am I permitted to continue my overflights just to keep an eye on things?
Indeed. I can send you a digital map of the current borders of this continent. I can see that you do not have any information on this area.
Affirmative. We do not have any outstanding data for this area. Acknowledged.
I wish to ask, may you send me the data on the rest of the dimension that we have arrived in so that I may update my databanks and my children's as well?
I suppose a slow exchange can begin. I pardon my hesitation, but for safety's sake, I cannot receive all of this at once.
Understandable.
In kind, I cannot give all at once, but I will be more than happy to facilitate the exchange.
I will as well.
And
you can see a little download bar start up.
It is being very aggressively scanned. for any signs of malicious intent and will be further scanned for any indication of any encryption that can be discerned of any variety, and I'm sure that it's probably clean, but it is always better safe than sorry.
It looks
This
like
will
it's
be-
just a map. Like there's not much to it, but it's like just a map of basically putting borders on the continent as you fly over it.
It's worth noting that some of the deadliest viruses are only a couple dozen kilobytes.
Yep. I was about to say, this is evaluating every single detail and every little bit, because even the most innocuous can be problematic. After
It
all,
does not appear to be malicious at all. There is
Good,
no
good.
malicious intent.
Yay. Well, with that said, for the party at large back at base, they're nicely seeing the ever slowly updating render and rendition of everything scanned and updated. In kind,
And Co-
similar map layouts will be provided with the additional note that these may be updating as it seems as though the world our own is new, and I will be updating as need be.
and Cody and Warren, you guys wake up okay. The working worked, it seems.
Cody and Warren
if-
were already awake.
Oh, you did pass out for like a second. That's why I said everything went black.
Basically, they passed out for just a second, whereas Alexis and Portia are completely out cold.
And the AI is attending to making sure that you are all surviving.
All four of you, if you wish to change, you could have. It's up to you.
Unfortunately, we do not have icons yet for it, but
Okay.
yes, of course.
So, but Cody and Warren, you guys both remember the ritual and everything that went okay. Portia and Alexis, for you guys, it's just, God damn it, what did Cody do now? Ow, why does my head hurt so much?
Nah, that's my bad.
Alexis, you were on a really good trip. A really good trip.
Kerr, I would like
Yes?
to point out something just for double checking.
Mm-hmm.
If he has 5 in time,
Mm-hmm.
doesn't that make him immune to temporal shifts?
This wasn't a temporal shift.
It was a reality shift.
It's a reality shift.
Yep. Those things are even nastier.
So Adamant living, since she is technically, dead and outside of this plane.
Adamant is okay.
Okay, so she'll be able to explain it to her.
Yes. For Alexis and Portia, you've always been this way. The world has always been like this. For Warren and Cody and Wost, you guys remember how the world used to be, though.
Oh.
But you have always been mages and such, so nothing in your backstory or past has really changed. But for you guys, the world has always been furry.
This will be an interesting time. Anything outstanding upon evaluation of the new continent?
There is one country that is completely blacked out to your sensors. Even like conventional cameras are only getting like very blurry images back and not able to make anything out.
Just to check, is there any particular reason for this darkened area? I understand if it is defensive in nature, but I wish to simply check if you have anything to offer regarding that.
That is our nation. Those are the electronic safeguards that we have up in case of electronic or digital warfare.
Acknowledged. I just wanted to make sure that it was not something we need to worry about, being let loose or something?
No, this is purely for our own protection, as our neighbor does not really. We currently hold a treaty of peace with them, but they will take any means in order to go to war with us if they think they could win.
I sincerely apologize, but we may see about a light quarantine for the moment to make sure that there are no conflicts between us. Just to make sure.
I understand.
Good. Thank you.
Is here, everyone has awoken and good to go.
Do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do.
Fucking Christ, McLorgan. The fuck just happened?
Welcome back.
Oh, I have succeeded in turning the world furry.
Doing the what now?
The ritual has successfully commenced and proceeded as roughly intended. There are some anomalies, but I'm sure they can be resolved.
Okay, just a moment. What fucking ritual?
Confirm, what is your name?
Dr. Portia Wainwright?
And who is it that you work with? You have someone you can summon.
Oh, the Adamant. She's right over there.
Adamant.
Oh no.
Adamant, are you aware of what has transpired?
You just rewrote reality.
Yes.
Fucking what now?
Portia.
Hold the fuck on. What?
No worries.
Whoa, it may be useful if you just roll the tape.
Acknowledged. I just wanted to verify that this was indeed Portia before acknowledging that. And you over there, Alexis, are you also aware?
I felt like I've been somewhere else, but yeah, I'm here now.
All right. Do you recall being something else before this?
No.
She is just kind of bleary-eyed, going through her pockets, popping an aspirin, and then another aspirin, and then shrugging and taking something a bit stronger that doesn't have a label.
Easy does it there. Warren, how about you? Do you recall what has transpired?
Yes.
Excellent. Cody, I'm pretty sure your response said yes, but I have to verify.
Yes, I am fine.
All right. Now, Portia, Alexis, if I may ask, does this continent show any bearing to you? And I am presenting the new continent, in case they happen to have some new knowledge about it now.
Would they recognize it?
I hope I didn't just break Kerr with that response. Kerr, if you're speaking, we cannot hear you.
Well, he's got background noise bleeding through, so...
Yeah, we've been hearing the background noise this entire time.
Okay. I've been trying to fix that, and I'm not sure if it's working or not. I thought I got it.
No worries. With that said, though, do we need to rewind anything, or has this exchange gone off well enough without?
No, you can just show Portia everything.
Oh, well, I was going to ask, before showing the ritual and the like, as Portia and Alexis seem the most to have written, I am showing them the map of the new continent to see whether this is something new to this reality from this time, or if this is something that has been written into our reality.
It's been there for them.
So what would we know about it?
What would you know about? Not much, honestly. Mostly because travel between the two continents doesn't happen very much. They're very closed borders for the most part. And that's because before there used to be open borders. There used to be open areas that people could go to. And then people always kept vanishing and going missing and such. And it was at that point that they decided, nope, no one else is going in.
And
We're cutting them off.
You still haven't given a name.
Arcata, overall, is the name of the continent.
So yeah, she's just kind of like struggling up to her feet a bit, rubbing her face like, the frick, what? Why are you wondering about Arcata?
I apologize. Something has transpired. And at this point, a brief display of what was recorded while emphasizing this reality has been edited, shall we say. And it seems as though the two of you have been caught up in it a little more than some of us, but that is no problem. You seem to be well enough from what I can determine here. And perhaps it is for the best, even. So, with that said, everything seems to have worked well enough, though we will be checking to make sure that nothing critical has been lost.
Allow me. I think I can translate this into words that Portia would understand. Portia, it's like your 12th birthday party. Ah, son of a fucking bitch. Alright.
And now, with an additional update to the AI as well, requesting permission for lower altitude observations.
Granted.
Thank you. You are clear to evaluate and scan. All of these will be wholly unarmed. And with that,
Oh, go ahead.
And with that, several additional drones will be launched for closer observation, and they will respect the privacy area, so to say.
Alright, and I think this is a good end spot here for the session, as the next game is due to start.
And now's a good time for the counselor to appear.
Yeah, now's a good time for the therapist. Just grabs him, drags him off. I need to talk to you.
Yes, and Portia will receive a reminder, because I believe it has been expressed, or at least planned, of what would be done, and just in case that memory is gone...
Actually, she would... The very first thing that she would be doing, because we can do this off screen between episodes, is she'd be asking Wostein for a full, detailed debriefing on exactly what the fuck just happened. Because she's going to need to get brought up to speed.
Yep. Same with Alexis.
You will both be receiving a crash course test of what has been lost and what has been edited. I will be drawing new information of this world, and you all will be receiving additional updates to what has transpired, and at Portia's discretion, details may be dulled if desired or provided in full.
And in case you're wondering what happened on her 12th birthday party, you want to know when it was that her powers first manifested and the curse of shapeshifting first appeared? It was at her 12th birthday party.
By the way, I came in at the perfect time because it was when the furry shift happened, but I have no context to any of this, so I just turned on Lacrimosa on repeat and watched the chaos.
Oh, don't worry. All was well. I'll throw you the speech that I gave at the start of all this earlier.
Alright.
Because
I've just been having Lacrimosa running in the background of this.
I am highly proud of the little speech I drafted up for this. Simple.
Oh, yeah, also, I'm going to put it in media sharing, but there's a reason that I was pulling up Lacrimosa in particular, and it's this version of Lacrimosa.
Oh
If
no.
you check in media sharing.
But yes, I am quite happy with what has occurred. Things worked out well enough. And there is a lot to go over.
Alright, I'll read that over in a little bit.
So, with that said, I do have to ask Kerr. Does Portia and Alexis, do they have memory of the 4 months of Cataclysm?
Nope. That never happened here.
Oh boy.
Would Adamant be able to transcribe anything?
Yeah, Adamant would be able to let Portia know.
But no. I don't mean communicate. I mean transcribe.
Put it into her head.
Yeah,
Put it into her head. Yeah.
because anytime that Adamant wasn't summoned after she initially arrived, she was observing the world through Portia's senses, which means that with a small software update, with Alexis's help, she would be able to splice that back in.
With Mind, I could get a rewrite of that too.
Yes, you could.
So Alexis would be the only one with missing memories, and Callie can. Well, we don't know yet until they get back and do their roles. So yeah, Alexis is currently the only one we have confirmed that he was missing memories, but because he's a stoner, he's used to that.
Well, no, I could kind of read it from your mind.
Everyone else's memories.
Everyone else's. Yeah.
Interpolate.
Yep.
No, just
Mind
view the actual
magic.
memories.
What I'm saying is interpolate your own memories from other people's senses.
Oh,
Yep.
well, yeah, close enough.
The AI is more than happy to weave something together for you. That said, I
Congratulations, everyone.
will still hold some manufacturing power in scattered areas.
Well, soon, no, because Adamant doesn't inherently have mind powers, although she's, a very good diplomat. It's just that she's directly connected to Portia.
I hope that Adamant has been doing all right with the updates of the world.
Oh, she is absolutely thrilled. This is beyond her expectations. She's giddy.
For now.
All right. Are we ready to wrap up then?
Yes.
No,
Okay.
Kerr, you can't rain on this parade for her. It doesn't matter how bad things are, because there's not an apocalypse going on anymore, and not only is her species back from extinction, but they are now the dominant species.
Yep.
There are also Peacekeeper AI drones all over the place now. Enjoy. I
approve.
I promise, only necessary force. And generally only protection.
Yeah, Spooky, it's a short session because we got started really late.
Yep. But hey, it
I'm
worked.
not feeling the greatest today, guys. And it interfered with my sleep and such, so yeah, we got started really late. But
So the best choices for that, aside from spicy.
Welcome to season 3.
That was a short season.
I was joking.
Ooh, actually, another question if we haven't kicked off the ending yet.
I think that Zim had to mute his mic because of excessive background noise, so I'll be coming back in a minute.
go ahead.
I was just going to ask. This is only as far back as the 4 months of Cataclysm, so I imagine that does Paradox still exist within the same realm as everything else, or is the magic now markedly easier, shall we say? I guess of a little bit of very light questioning. Has the magic become easier to perform? Are we no longer at base difficulty 7? And if you are speaking, Kerr... Oh, okay. It is not.
Oh. Oh no, Kerr. Is
Mhm.
it safe to assume that this is a reasonable parallel to the first stage right now?
Magic is very commonplace nowadays.
That's why I was asking.
A bit, yeah. It's you're going to have like very like modern world, like it is still our world and everything, but basically everyone else can use magic as well, at least somewhat. They're
Okay,
not
so-
fully awakened mages, but they are able to use.
If there are, I'm just asking because if there are echoes of the first stage, then there's going to be bleed through. Portia's gonna start.
Yeah.
Portia's gonna start having little flashes here and there.
Otherwise, no. It's mostly the first stage is come and gone. Everything here is going to be just modern day. The only thing that really survived was magic.
And technology.
And technically the beast folk.
Giggles and technology.
Okay.
I have no context for what's been going on in this game, but I just have Lacrimosa, but humanity has ended playing.
Hey, there are still some humans. We keep them in zoos.
Hi, I'm still here.
Get back in your cage.
Can I wrap up now, or are you guys gonna keep going?
Yeah, go. Sorry.
Thank you.
I can buy them for you.
There is one more thing, though. Cody is going to release Nevis, his connection to Nevis into the world, as part of the ritual. Leaving him to watch over the working and make sure that it is protected and safe.
So how much would they have cost for you?
And then he is going to go to his office, pull out his shotgun, and send a message to everyone. Thank you all for your assistance. Everything I have, I leave to Wostai and Ferris. Goodbye.
No.
I would like to point out that Cody still has that pearl implant that Portia put in him.
And there is an AI with every single one of you that will not be leaving your sides.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us today for Horizon Lost World of Darkness Mage. Check out our website, zgfgaming.com. We've got links for our Discord, Telegram, Mastodon, Blue Sky, Patreon, and more. They're on the website as well as down in the description below through our link tree. Thank you to my patrons, tippers, and subscribers. It is your support that keeps everybody, that keeps this stream going. I really cannot do this without you guys. Consider becoming a patron over at patreon.com/zgfgaming. It's one of the best ways to support the channel, though you can also do so by simply sharing the stream around. But for now, thank you all so much for joining. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube, and I bid you the most fondest adieu.
Bye.
Bye, folks.
We're about to find out whether the panacea can replace a missing head.
Oh, don't worry. I don't care if I have to put a wall of multi-target ammunition against that barrel. It is not going off.
Also, I'm pretty sure that Alexis would be able to rewind time by a couple minutes so he can tackle him before he pulls the trigger.
Yep. The gun just suddenly wouldn't be in his hands.
All of the shenanigans, pat Cody.
We're going to end up in a time loop because he's going to keep trying like 5 or 6 times until we manage to get him pinned down.